had a live stream that was just fire, one of my best ones, but unfortunately, due to some of the dialogue that was used in the stream last night, I wasn't able to keep it, so I had to erase it. I apologize, but unfortunately, you know, these YouTube streams, there are certain things they let you get away with. Well, it's a double standard because, you know, certain channels can say certain stuff and get away with it. It's no problem. But then you have people who have channels like mine where everything they say is under scrutiny. But, you know, yesterday I learned that after everything that's went on with Ryan Garcia, from him saying racist rants, bigoted rants about every ethnic group you can think of, and it just goes to show you black people don't have no integrity, they don't have no pride, anything for a buck. And it appears that Derrick James is going to continue to work with Ryan Garcia after everything that he said and done. Here's the thing though, I don't know how much time I have left on this planet. However much time God give me, I'm gonna be happy with it. But I want to say, as a parent, I tried to do the best I could. As a person, I tried to do the best I could. Wasn't perfect, but I do want people to remember me for a dude having pride, being proud of who he is, having integrity, and standing on something, and not selling out just for the sake of popularity and money and other fake trinkets that you can't take with you when you out of here, when it's all said and done. So it's kind of funny. Now, you know, the Errol Spence and Derrick James supporters are gonna disappear. They're not gonna say nothing. Because keep in mind, a lot of these dudes was pushing this narrative towards Terrence Crawford about top-ranked Toby and he a slave for Bob Arum and all this kind of stuff. But yet, when it surfaced that Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones was at a Jim Crow rally, they disappeared. You know, people went silent, didn't say nothing, kept their mouth shut, but they were constantly pushing this narrative about Terrence Crawford. But they didn't say nothing when Errol Smith said he was gonna beat Terrence Crawford like a slave. You know, they had selective outrage, as they always do. Didn't say nothing. But they was trying to portray Errol Spence as this stand-up black dude who stood up for the culture and all this kind of stuff. But he said nothing about Jerry Jones being at that Jim Crow rally. There was no pressure on Jerry Jones. But, you know, people showed their true hand, and people been showing who they really are as people. Selective outrage. You didn't have a lot of people trying to dumb down what Ryan Garcia said. And I just want to say to a lot of you black boxers out here, y'all are fake. I don't want to talk to a lot of y'all. So I'll tell you what, don't talk to me. I don't want to talk to y'all. That's just real talk. If y'all don't have no integrity or backbone or morals about yourself, and it's all about the check, because at the end of the day, there's plenty of ways to provide for your family without selling out and compromising yourself. But I guess y'all don't care about that. Like I say, black people love embarrassing themselves. Black people love to come across as needy and wanting everybody to like them, and they get nothing out of it but disrespect. I wouldn't even be able to look at Ryan Garcia, let alone train him. But, you know, at the end of the day, Derrick James, he made his choice. That's what he wanted to do. Oh well, fuck him. You know, it was a few people, and it was one particular guy. He tried to come on my channel trying to talk crazy, and I basically destroyed him to the point to where he was copping a plea. I saw him justifying Ryan Garcia racism towards black people. And people love to say black people always playing the victim. Like, you sure you want to have that conversation? Then you get people who this don't have nothing to do with. This ain't got nothing to do with white people. This some black and brown stuff. This between us. White people said this. When Devin Haney said what he said about Lomachenko, what nearly as bad as what Ryan Garcia said, but everybody came after Devin Haney. Well, this is wrong. This is wrong. You can't say stuff like this. That's horrible. Well, Alan Mentor said that he'll never lose to a black person when he fought Marvin Hagler. Now, I know the internet what it was and mainstream media what it was, but the video's up, the footage is up. For all these people that try to act like they stand on moral principle, you ain't said nothing about that. See, at the end of the day, the media is really built off black people. Black people are the media as a whole. We provide the most stories, we make the most money. YouTube, we are basically the income for YouTubers, and particularly putting down black people, talking bad about black people, scrutinizing black people. And I laugh at the fact that you get people trying to justify what Ryan Garcia say and come on the channel, and say, no, well, he's going through mental illness and all that. Man, I don't want to hear that stuff. Excuse after excuse after excuse. Nobody wants to hear nothing that comes out our mouth. It's a double standard in boxing as a whole anyway. If you're black and you're dominant and you dominate fights, you ain't fought nobody. You won't test yourself. You need to fight this dude. They just keep lining up opponents for you to fight. And if you keep beating them and you dominate them, then they say you didn't prove yourself. Now, if you have a competitive and close fight, if it's a close fight, then they say you got exposed, or they say it was a robbery. Just like you still have some morons here, in particularly black content creator, saying that Bud lost that fight. That's a damn lie. Because according to CompuBox, Bud clearly won that fight. Landed more punches, threw more punches. But it just goes to show you, black people don't have no backbone. This is why we're not respected. This is why nobody respects black men. This is why everybody walks over us, or tries to walk over us, because they see it. Derrick James got a regular job. I'm pretty sure there's other people he can train. Think what he would have did if he would have took a stand and said, I can't work with Ryan Garcia. Because see, that's the difference between me. I don't care about no money. Yeah, I gotta feed my family too, but I'm not gonna sell out. Because I could have been doing what these other dudes was doing. Compromising their channel. Saying stuff they don't mean just for views and likes and money. That's the epitome of a sellout. What you think a sellout is? That's exactly what a sellout is. And it's disappointing. It's disappointing that Derrick James went out like that. But I'm just laughing at the fact that now none of these super pro-black military, militia niggas is nowhere to be found. All these public enema Negroes ain't nowhere to be found. I guarantee you they ain't gonna say nothing about Derrick James continuing to work with Ryan Garcia. And I know people are bothered by it and disturbed by it, because it's always a double standard. Everybody think they can say whatever they want to say about black people, but then as soon as you return fire, then they started crying. And I did a stream a few hours ago to test my theory, and I purposely said stuff that I knew would trigger people, but then they was hollering about what I was. But I said, see, this is the point that I'm trying to make. And I had people feeling so stupid to the point to where they were saying, "Oh, I'm gonna pray for you." I don't need your damn prayers. Like, for real, I can pray for myself. I've been praying for myself. I don't need your fake prayers. Don't pray for me, please, because you probably praying for something to happen to me. And in the words of Ray Lewis, I rebuke it. So, it was just hilarious. That was one of my best streams. Like, I need to be on Patreon. I'm gonna find a way to go to Patreon. I would have kept it if I had been on Patreon or Rumble. I would have kept it up there. But like I said before, it's sad that somebody Derrick James' age is going out like that. But you know, black people, they want to be around Ryan Garcia. They want to take pictures with him. They want to, they want to condone. You know what I'm saying? They want to overlook what he said, but then a black person say something, then everybody got something to say. I can't believe how some of these people turned on Devin Haney for doing what he was supposed to do. And then you get people talking this stuff about, well, Bill, he need to do this, Bill need to do that. Now all of a sudden everybody is talking about Brian Norman Sr. Dudes that's looking out for the best interest of their children. Because see, at the end of the day, when it pertains to, making sure that you get the long end of the stick and not the short end of the stick, it's a problem. Because black people taking the first deal that's offered to them. See, they think with black people, it's just like take an offer. They don't want to negotiate with black people. They want to make an offer, and they think we supposed to accept it. But nobody else goes through that but black people, because black people have this stigma following them that they supposed to take whatever is thrown their way. And whenever you have somebody that stand out and speak on your behalf and that's firm on their beliefs, then all of a sudden they consider the troublemaker. Nobody says nothing about Teofimo Sr., which, like I said, I happen to like Teofimo Sr., even though he be saying some stupid shit sometimes. Even though his son, you can make an argument, is just very ignorant. And Teofimo like saying little slick stuff. People love to try to tell black people what they can be offended by and what they shouldn't be mad about. Man, like I said, who is you? Who is you? If you ain't black, then you don't have that right. But this is what black people get for always sitting up here doing usher confessions, speaking to other people, speaking to mixed company about stuff they ain't got no business speaking to mixed company about. I've been saying this for the longest. Stop speaking to mixed company, because you get nothing out of it. They take the info, you know what I'm saying? They download it and they use it to help their group, help their people. Black people need to stop being community property, and I keep saying that, and I keep putting emphasis on it. Because if we keep putting everybody before us, all we do is help other people, give them knowledge, teach them things, and then they take it back to their communities and give that information to their communities and help their communities get better and grow. We really need to learn the definition of all money in and no money out, working amongst each other. But then again, we're always shamed. We can't alone say that word black. We got to say black and this, black and that. I told you, I ain't saying black and nothing. I ain't saying no black and brown. Say this again. Don't got nothing against the brown people, but at the end of the day, black people are in dire straits. Can't be worried about what other people got going on. They not our concern, they not our problem. Let them fix the problems that's going on in their community. You never see other groups as a whole. You didn't hear when they passed that law and placed the Asian hate crime. You didn't hear agents say, hey, well, you know what about black people? But you know, some dumbass black person say, well, you know, black and brown people, and like it said. First of all, just stop saying that, because one is it. You gotta stop pandering so much. When did we start putting other people and make it look like other people is better than us? This is, and at the end of the day, you don't see none of that love thrown back our way. You never see that love thrown back our way. Black people stay getting played. Just like black people continue to have this blind loyalty to Democrats. You got these phony celebrities parading this fake black woman around. You got they parading this fake black woman around. And Kamala Harris already proved that she was suspect. Kamala Harris did told lie after lie. She wouldn't even answer a simple question is, hey, are you black? Oh, next question. She better be glad that that person didn't show her birth certificate. Because that's what I think. That's really why Kamala Harris don't want to talk to the president. Because Kamala Harris is scared that somebody gonna ask her about her birth certificate, and that her birth certificate say that she's white. That's what they were. That's what they worried about. That's why she gonna be very selective who she talked to from this point on. And I'm gonna tell you, behind the scenes, they're begging media. Don't show that birth certificate. Don't talk about it. And please don't ask me about my ethnic background. But that's black people for you. Black people want to help everybody but black people. Black people want everybody else to flourish. Black people want to forgive everybody but black people. If another black person did, I can tell you right now, I can show you right now. I guarantee you that if I went somewhere where it's a bunch of black people and they thought I was staring them down, I guarantee you they'll walk up to me all aggressive, asking me what I'm looking at. But if a white person look at them aggressive, or somebody that ain't black, they ain't gonna do nothing. Like I said, I'm different from everybody else. So I need somebody to explain that me. Y'all got all this energy for other black people, but y'all don't have this energy for Ryan Garcia. Y'all want to argue with me. People always talking that, and let me tell you how cowardly black people is. They always sitting up there talking this stuff about, well, you know, you shouldn't be bothered by words. You shouldn't let nobody get you off your circle. That's why we are in the situation we are now, because we don't want to say that. Sometimes it come a time where it got to be like, hey man, I'm not going to let you get away with that. I don't give a fuck what George Floyd did previously to him being murdered on national TV, or should I say on national TV, and then people around the world saw what happened to him. The police is supposed to protect the serve. They're not in the execution business, and they executed him for the world to see. And you still got people trying to justify that, just like you got some people trying to justify what happened to Trayvon Martin. And then you saw people making fun of Trayvon Martin. Like I said, I just want to ask you niggas, where all that energy for the oppressor? Why don't you have that energy with somebody that ain't black disrespect you? Why don't you want to fight them? Like I said, because you cowards. When I say Ryan Garcia in life, I will never respect that dude. I meant every word I said in the last stream. We gonna start returning fire. Keep calling us the N-word. Keep calling us the N-word. Walk up to me and call me the N-word, and you don't be black, and see what happened. That's real. Because whatever race you may be, or whatever I think you are, I'm gonna call you the derogatory term of what your race is. Try me. You want to play that game? Cool. Y'all don't never have the same. Y'all don't never have the same energy for other people. Only want to fight with other black people, and you can't even explain it. You can't even explain it. You can't even explain. The thing about me, I love black people and I love being black. I done been in situations where I had to diffuse situations between two black people, and I took a chance to put my life on the line. But see, I know how to communicate with my own people. I know how to talk to somebody. I know how to talk to somebody. I know how to communicate with people. That's one of my special gifts. Because I love being who I am. Real disappointing what Derrick James did. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really bothered by it. I thought he would show some moral compass and say, you know what, Ryan, I can't deal with you. But at the end of the day, this is why Ryan Garcia is continuing to say the stuff that he's saying. Ryan Garcia then went after every group. But then you ain't had nobody in mainstream media condemn what he's done. But once again, if you a black person, you say something about somebody did it. Here they come. Here everybody come wagging their finger. Where was this defense for Devin Haney when he said he'll never lose to a white boy? I didn't see you Mexicans. I didn't see you non-blacks said, oh man, that ain't a big deal. That ain't nothing to be mad about. But everybody made a big stink out of it. But here it is, Ryan Garcia saying all this crazy stuff. Man cheated. Cheated in the fight. But yet Devin Haney is the one that's under attack. Make that make sense. That's almost as bad as somebody taking it from a woman, and then they mad at the woman for, and I'm saying it's been proven that he took it forcefully. But for some reason, they mad at the dude they mad at the woman. Oh, you wrong. You wrong for putting him in jail, even though he forced himself on you. That's exactly what they're doing. Ryan Garcia cheated against Devin Haney, but Devin Haney is the one everybody mad at. And then you got these goofballs walking up to Devin Haney, calling him out his name, calling him the N-word and stuff. But then everybody mad at Devin Haney for beating that dude's ass. He deserved it. But just prior to that, just 2 weeks. Right at the Bud fight, the Terrence Crawford fight. And Caleb Plant is my man. Caleb Plant is my man. But some people that was with Caleb Plant jumped somebody. It was like 4 dudes versus 1, but everybody thought that was a boss move. Oh, Caleb Plant, he down with the Mexicans. So y'all Mexicans is cool when y'all jump people, right? So y'all cool when y'all jump and attack people or beat somebody's ass, but when somebody beats y'all ass, it's a bitch move. Okay. See how I'm exposing some of these people, and I'm not saying that they all bad, but this is just the ones that are sitting up here condemning condemning Devin Haney for doing what he was supposed to do. So I guess that's where we're going as a society. That's where we're going at as a society. The right to do it because you want to do it. Try to say that somebody is being emotional. and say that the amount that they found in Ryan Garcia's system wouldn't have impacted the fighters. You kidding me? It's called PEDs for a reason. Ryan Garcia told lie after lie after lie how that stuff got in his system. Lie after lie. Got caught in several lies. Got to the point to where the supplement companies filed lawsuits against him. But nobody cared. Because I'm going to tell you what it really is. When it comes to boxing, boxing is race-oriented. See, I'm going to say what a lot of people are scared to say. See, I told you I'm different from these other niggas on here, these weak dudes on here. What it really was, why Mexicans were so mad and had so much vitriol towards Devin Haney, because they was keeping score of the black versus Mexican and bouts. And they thought this was a one-up for them, coming off that ass whooping that Ryan Garcia received via Tank. So when they found out that Ryan Garcia cheated and they knew that W was coming off his record, they went after Devin Haney, because they knew he didn't beat Devin Haney on the up and up, because they had to erase that off their you know what I'm saying, off the records. They had to erase that off the charts that they was keeping. They had to take that off the Wikipedia. So they was bothered by it. And I laugh at the fact people will say, hey man, this isn't about race. Of course it is. Come on, man. Don't be stupid. Don't be a liar. That's what it was. They was hurt by that. And they knew when Devin Haney got that zero back, it hurt him. It hurt them. They was hurt by it. So what do? Instead of condemning Ryan Garcia and saying, Ryan, you shouldn't have cheated. Oh, we'll put this on Devin Haney. Oh, I don't respect Devin Haney because he protested a loss that he had every right to protest because the dude was dirty. I promise you, if it was the other way around, oh, Hamza, hey, shout out, man, for Hamza was on that stream I did a few hours ago. He was checking them. He was checking them racist Mexicans that was coming on my channel, just like I was, and those racist white people. So instead of them saying, you know, Ryan Garcia, you went out for cheating. I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna demonize Devin Haney. We're gonna scrutinize him. And then, of course, you had these Sambos joining the bandwagon, joining the pile-on, because like I say, they don't have no, you know, they don't have no integrity, because they'll do anything to get views and likes. I told you, I'm not gonna sit up here and constantly talk and kiki with racist white supremacists and people that are racist towards black people. Sorry, you got the wrong guy. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I won't do it. Not gonna do it. Will not do it. Can't be paid to do it. But that's what it was really about, because they couldn't stand it. Then all of a sudden, now that Ryan Garcia got caught, now all of a sudden you got people pushing this narrative that steroids don't matter. Of course it matters. Of course it matters. Just like in baseball, you know, in the mid-90s, when balls were flown out of the ballpark like it was nobody's business, when all those baseball players were injecting steroids in their body, well, we all know what it was. It was steroids. People can holler about hand and eye coordination all they want, but at the end of the day, you still get that extra strength in your arms to sling that bat. All of a sudden, balls started flying out of ballparks that wasn't even known as being hitter-friendly ballparks. All of a sudden. Brady Anderson come out of nowhere and hit like 50 home runs one year. All of a sudden you got routinely dudes hitting 40, 50, 60 home runs now. So how in the fuck you gonna say that PEDs and steroids don't make a difference? Cause see, they doing that to Devin Haney. And then Ryan Garcia ain't got no morals. Ryan Garcia ain't got no integrity, because if that's the case, why you still with Golden Boy? And Oscar De La Hoya been tied and linked to all kind of stuff, allegedly selling lawsuits, accusations out of court. Not to mention the fishnet stuff, substance abuse. Oscar been linked to possibly messing with underage girls. And I'm sure Ryan has this knowledge. So why are you still with Oscar? If you care so much about the kids, liar. This just goes to show you that Ryan is a fraud. Ryan is a fraud and he's a liar. I mean, since you want to save the babies, since you care about the kids, right? Why you still with Golden Boy then? All this stuff is documented. But Ryan, like I said, Ryan Garcia, he a racist. White people hire niggas on a regular basis to do jobs. That don't mean they like them. They might be the best person for the job. White people been profiting off of black talent assets for forever. We create something, but they make all the money. Ryan Garcia, dad called Bill Haney a nappy head, when all he's talked about is he had a toupee. But once again, you didn't see people talk about that because these dudes is desperate for views. These people are desperate for views, man. Desperate. So why didn't nobody talk about that? You didn't see no video. Hey man, Ryan Garcia's father shouldn't be saying that. But then here these people come, they'll sit up there and use that excuse. Just like that coke sniffing Garfield the cat nigga go say, oh, Devin attacked a Latino kid, and now he put emphasis on the dude being a Latino, but he didn't say, but then he made excuses. Oh, Ryan saying, the N-word and threatening to kill black people, that don't reflect me. It do reflect you, you stupid bug-eyed nigga. But that just goes to show you what type of people be on YouTube. These dudes are plastic. They're fake. And that's why I put pride in not being associated with these dudes. They are embarrassing. It's embarrassing. At first, 20 years ago, being black, that was the thing to be, like Tupac said. But you started to slowly but surely see black people compromising themselves. Just selling out. I mean, we get bullied about everything. It's to the point now we getting bullied. We getting shamed for being heterosexual now. They want us to accept the Billy Porters and the other people. Like I say, Billy Porter, they have got their own lifestyle. I don't have no problem with their lifestyle, but at the same time, man, maybe I don't want to be around that kind of stuff. I have a right to say that's not me. I don't want to be attached to that stuff. I don't want that stuff linked to me. We have a right not to want to be around something. But that's who the Democrats want to promote as being the new masculine. That's the group that Kamala Harris care. That's the group that Kamala Harris care about. That's who Kamala Harris gonna take care of. That's who she done made a priority. And that's just real talk, and it just need to be said. Like I said, I don't have no problem with whatever you do behind closed doors. But it's a difference between you being you, living your life, but then you trying to force it on somebody. And you trying to force it on other people, and you trying to make people feel bad who just say, hey man, I'm not into that. Which they have a right. It's funny when we talk about how we're portrayed in Hollywood, how we portrayed in society as a whole, people say, well, they not obligated to do nothing about it. Or they just tell us to stop complaining. Well, stop, complaining about us having an issue with it, right? Door swings both ways. And I'm not talking about sexuality neither. Two-way street. You gotta have that same energy. But like I said, the reason why I'm keeping it 100, the reason why black people don't have shit is because of other black people. You see, the Black Caucus in California sold us out, betrayed us. It's really only one word to put what happened in California: betrayal. But then they want my money. They taking my taxes and giving it to other people. But this is the same people, the same country that tell other people to stop looking for handouts. They tell us to go work for it and earn it. But then here they are giving people that don't belong here, undocumented, they giving them a free handout. Make that make sense. So I'm just saying. I'm gonna say this again. Some of our biggest enemies are people that look like us. White supremacy gonna continue to stay because of black people. Because people don't have the guts to stand up and fight against it. Because black people is worried about what everybody else think. Black people scared to say what's on their mind. Except when it pertains to talking about other black people, then it's open season. Then it's a free-for-all. So I'm just keeping it a buck. But yeah, it had to be said. Anyway, it's your boy Tam. I'm out.